brothers and sisters. We find ourselves at the beginning of another year, and usually it's a time of being bombarded with suggestions of New Year's resolutions. We should exercise more. We should have a better diet. We should have more health, better financial fitness. And there's pressure to come up with them, to pursue them, to maintain them, and of course, achieve them. But for some reason this year, I haven't heard as much about them. The news sources do not seem to be bombarding me with all these requests and this pressure. Not really sure why. I guess the first thing that kind of came to mind was that, hey, it's a leap year. We have one extra day, and that one extra day makes all the difference, and we will achieve our goals no problem. But no matter what, we still journey into this new year. We're going to do many things in 2024, and they will either turn out as we expect them to, or maybe not as expected. Over 350 years ago, in Sweden, the king had a ship built, and it was called the Vasa. The Vasa. And it was a warship. It was built to engage the enemies at that time. And the king, he wanted it to be the best ever built. So he hired an experienced shipmaker who began to build it. But the king heard that there were other ships out there that were bigger. And so he urged his builders, make it bigger. And he heard of other ships out there that had more cannons on their ship. So he urged the builders, add more gun ports, add more cannons. He wanted it to be the most beautiful ship. And so many wood carvings and ornaments were also added to the ship. So when the time came to sail off in all its glory, it didn't even sail a mile. A small gust of wind blew, the overburdened, the top-heavy ship filled with all these cannons and ornaments. It tilted to the side, the gun ports filled up with water, and the ship sank. Obviously not turning out as expected, and the journey that started with so much expectation came to a sudden end. Well, in a striking contrast, our gospel today is about a fantastic journey by wise men, or the Magi. They're coming from the east to Jerusalem and Bethlehem, and they're following a star. They are searching for the newborn king of the Jews, and they're bringing great gifts. But who are they? Much has been made of this question, and to some extent it's kind of a mystery, but perhaps they were seekers of knowledge, like astronomers, mathematicians, scientists. And if this were the case, they would know about the physical laws of the universe, its relationships. They would have had wonder and awe about that star that is guiding them, for they knew they were being led to something greater, something beyond. But the physical laws of the universe, it's fine. It's good to know, it's good to study. But who? Who created them? Who designed them? In a sense, it's kind of like us reading our favorite book, favorite story, and then we're wondering, well, who wrote this fascinating story? Who wrote it? The gospel today presents such a stark contrast to the Swedish king and the guidance that he provided to his builders. The star that he used to guide the builder was the idea of a bigger ship, more cannons, more ornaments, all ideas of grandiose ambition, greed, leading to a short journey and an abrupt ending. For our own journey this new year, we should continue to find a way to get closer to God, to follow that star that he's put in front of us. Now our star might look different from the one of the Magi, but it would be a motivating force for action, an action that leads us closer to God. And so there are, of course, many, many ways to do this. Perhaps our going to Mass is a star. Participating in one of the many events in our parish, a star. What about the person next to me that I just greeted at the beginning of Mass? Star. Our participation in Lent that will be coming. Star. All of these stars, these motivating forces urge us to take action, to get closer to our Lord. It motivates us to pursue an encounter with the living God. In a few moments, we'll be able to receive the gift of the Eucharist, our strength for the journey. And it gives us such great hope. St. Anthony of Padua.